Welcome back, my beautiful people. Welcome to the program. It has been a while, but we are here. Empress Zola and I are back after a long break. And since we had the last discussion, a lot has happened. The Caribbean is under dilemma. Caribbean. I mean, so much is going on in the Caribbean right now. You wonder where to begin. And Caribbean leaders are under great pressure. U.S. boat strikes that we see recently have cost the lives of Caribbean fishermen. It's no longer Venezuelan fishermen, but now it has shifted to Caribbean fishermen. Are going out and they are scared to go out because they don't know what can happen. We are also seeing that great pressure is on the Caribbean leaders to kick out the Cubans. The Trump and his administration insist that we should end the Cuban medical program, and they are talking about an alternative that they will give to us, which they haven't made it quite clear. Well, before I begin, I just want to invite those of you who are logging in. Please share the live. Let others know that we are on. Okay, so do this for me. Share the live. Let others know that we are on, and you can go ahead and like the live. It will also help. Now, I want to start here. Okay, because I know there's a lot to say. There's a lot to say. But I want to start here with the U.S. boat strikes that have recently claimed the lives of three St. Lucian nationals. And soon after uh, that that incident happened, the report came in that a bunch of cocaine, and what they are saying it's worth $500 million, washed up on the shores of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Now, people are asking, is this an act of the United States to, frame the Caribbean? People are very skeptical about this. They don't know if this is actually cocaine coming from the boat that they have strike, or if it's something that they have planted there to, frame the Caribbean region as though as though we are pushing drugs down here and sending it up to the United States. So a lot of questions are being asked. Let me quickly read the report. It says a U.S. drone strike near Beckway is now being linked to a not $500 million, sorry, cocaine wash up in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Authorities say bales began washing ashore, arrests have already been made, and police activity has increased as the country braces for possible knock-on effects. So, basically, St. Vincent and the Grenadines are faced with a domestic issue with these cocaine washing up on their shores. All right, people are there are certain citizens or citizens. Some of the citizens are taking hold of the opportunity in seizing this cocaine, hoping that it will bring them $1 million fortune. Now, this isn't just about what happened at sea, it's about what happens next on land. Okay, I want us to take note of that. In communities, on beaches, and around ports. So people are being skeptical. Is the United States trying to destabilize the Caribbean islands, which they are already doing? Okay, do you think now I'm going to we have questions, hey guys? Do you think SVG is getting enough answers about what triggered the fallout, and not just St. Vincent and the Grenadines? I want us to take note that this is not just only about St. Vincent and the Grenadines. This is affecting the entire Caribbean region. All right, this is affecting the entire Caribbean region. Now, I want to play for you. All right, the concerns of fishermen from St. Vincent and the Grenadines and what they had to say. All right, so let's take a listen to what they had said.
Some of these fads vary by anytime around 4 a.m., 5 a.m. into the morning time. 10 o'clock, fisher folks are ready to return back to shore. But the scary thing is in it is that most of the fisher folks leave to get to go to these fads very early in the morning, which is around 1, 2, 3 a.m. and then traveling at high speed. Our farthest fad is about 50 miles southeast of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, which is just over Canawan. And we have fads easterly and northerly of the islands. But some fisher folks go to these fads very early to get their harvest because we know that the tuna, which is the yellowfin tuna, the big eye tuna, so this is the fish that we target around the fads. So I think this is a very serious concern, must be put into serious consideration. I know that this situation is out of reach of fishers, but I know that seeing this we would like to see how we could ask the relevant authorities to desist from this kind of activities because what it does here now is that it is going to put fear into the fisher folks, even myself because I'm a fisherman and me myself do fat fishing. I go very early. I go to 2 a.m. and return shore, and we have a lot of fishing boat engaged in fads. They are traveling 2, 3 o'clock in the morning to engage in fat fishing. You never know what could happen. So I just want to encourage the fishers to be safe, be on the safe side, do what they know is best to practice safety, traveling these in when they engage in fat fishing. If they could reduce the time and see how school keep out, and also I want to engage the fishers that engage in the dolphin fishing who leave us very little later to be very careful to be on the because they never know what could happen. A couple of years ago, we know we have fishers was held up and was robbed at sea.
Yes, so fear has gripped the Caribbean, and our leaders are not coming out to say anything. My dear sister Zola, I know there's a lot, a lot to say,
I'm
a
telling
lot
you.
to say, and I'm happy to have you back because I want to hear other perspective on the matter. Because people, I have been out there, and I want to give a big thumbs up to my friend Ernesto as well, who have been informing the region. People have been calling me, texting me, and thanking us for informing and bringing the awareness in what is going on. And what is going on is very serious, my dear sister.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely. It's frightening for Caribbean people to having to go through this. But my question is, how is it that you blew up a boat which sank
Hmm.
in Caribbean waters? This is not in American waters. This is in Caribbean waters. Canawan is Caribbean.
Yep.
And how is it that you didn't blow up the cocaine that you put on the shores?
Hmm.
How is that possible? Explain that to me.
Hmm.
That
It-
all of
it-
a
yeah.
sudden
Yeah.
cocaine shows up. This happened
Okay.
in Tobago to or
Exactly.
Trinidad sometime before. Same game. This is a lie. They
Hmm.
put that cocaine there to frame, to justify the wickedness that they have done. These men were fishermen. Caribbean men are fishermen. That is their business.
Yeah.
But what you are doing is you are instilling the maximum fear inside of our people and also starving our people because people use fishing for their way of life.
Hmm.
We
Yes.
have never been
Yes.
meat eaters. This meat eating thing came from this corrupt country called the United States.
Exactly. Yeah.
You
Hmm.
understand? This is so unjust and
Yeah.
so unfair because
It's
you're
surprising
starving
that
us now.
all of a sudden cocaine wash up on shore. And what is in reading up on the reports, what is baffling to me is this cocaine showed no sign that a vessel was blown up. The cocaines are well packaged, still in. I mean, this vessel was shredded into pieces. This was brutal. I mean, this is a missile, right? Some type of missile that maybe struck that boat. And I mean, the boat is gone. The fisher for guys, the men are gone. No trace of them. But the cocaine has just surfaced all of a sudden, and no signs of any damage. That I mean, that is strange to me. That is
It's not strange. It's a damn lie. That's what it is. And so we have to call a spade a spade.
yeah,
That was planted there, and this has happened some weeks ago or some months ago in Tobago, where
yeah,
all of a sudden they blow up some boat, and then all of a sudden there's some cocaine on a river or something. Blah blah blah. This is a lie. This is to instill fear.
yes, yeah,
But the Honorable Maya Motley said we are in serious trouble in the Caribbean.
wow,
Because look what is happening to us. Fishermen cannot go out. They cannot make money. They cannot finance their home and their families. So
Hmm.
this is on purpose what they are doing.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
and if this is really so, then how is it that that America is not protecting his borders in his country? You are killing people in other people's country with some fake story about cocaine.
hmm. Yeah,
Who is using cocaine really? Is it not rich people that use cocaine? You really think poor people can afford cocaine?
hmm.
You understand?
Yeah,
We are normal people.
yeah,
We live in peace with each other. And here is this injection of hate, ever so often, hate, disturbance, this and look the effect that this is having on people's psyche.
exactly.
The,
And
the
it,
weak people are taking this and they're killing each other
yeah, yeah,
because it is affecting us mentally.
hmm. I mean, people are afraid of the fisher. I mean, what will happen, to our fishing sector if our fishermen are afraid to go out there? I mean, if I was in their shoe, I would have been afraid myself. I
That
would have
is
been afraid
destroying
myself.
your economy. They're
Exactly,
destroying the economy of the Caribbean
exactly.
to starve out the
To
people.
starve out the
Fish
people.
is what we eat.
Yeah, hmm.
And we are supposed to accept this and say nothing.
Yeah,
So they are trying to tell us we have nothing to say. But the problem with us is we are in billions of debt from these people.
hmm.
We owe them billions of dollars from all this borrowing of money,
Yeah.
and we cannot pay it back.
And do you think that is the reason why the Caribbean leaders are not saying anything, because they are afraid of the
I would think
repercussions?
so because
Yeah,
our back is right against the wall. They have us against the wall. And it doesn't matter which Caribbean leader. I bet you that no Caribbean leader wants to be a leader at this time.
at this time. Very true. Yeah,
Trust me, because there's nothing that they can do. Their backs are against the wall. The only thing we can do is support them. Because the for me, and how I understand this, is that when all of this is going on, this is also destroying our politics.
hmm.
That's putting one people against each other, this divide and rule and this hate and stuff. And they are there. They're all over the Caribbean. Trust me.
Wow.
And they are injecting this in the different situations, creating malice and hate. And our psyche pick it up.
Yeah. Hmm.
So this is something, that's why I do not respect people, adult people, speaking bad about another leader. I do not um, respect the way that Trinidad and Tobago's leader handled this situation, but
Yeah.
I still will not disrespect her as a leader of a Caribbean island. I will never disrespect the Honorable Maya Motley or Dixon Mitchell or Keith Mitchell or Mrs. Spear. No, we cannot do that as adults. We might not agree with what they are saying,
Yeah.
but when it gets to disrespect, we
That-
need to stop this as adults.
Yeah.
Because what exactly are we showing the young people?
Hmm.
Huh? If we as adults cannot behave ourselves, what exactly and what is coming out of
Every
our
one of
mouth?
you.
Young
Yeah.
people are also looking at that too.
And I want us to, my sister, I want to play for you as you was speaking about disrespect, and insulting each other and making dangerous rhetorics, as we have heard from this man called Michael Baptiste, calling on the Trump administration. People took it as a joke. Oh, that is just words. But this is something that we need to be very careful of. Let's take a listen to what a short clip of what he said over the week.
Every one of you tonight, when you get down on your knees, say a prayer for Grenada. And let us tell President Donald Trump, Deacon Mitchell is not Grenada. If you have a problem with Deacon, come and take him like you take Mudara.
Yeah, and this is. I mean, I don't want to play any further, any more of that. I will not entertain such nonsensical stuff. But I mean, people
But
just
this is dangerous stuff.
this is
This
dangerous
very
stuff.
dangerous what he did.
You understand?
This is on the line of treason.
And these are the people that want to lead our country. These are the kind of people that are vying for leadership of the country of our country. You know, it's sad. It's really sad.
You see, Dixon Mitchell is a young man. He has never been a leader before. So give him the chance to lead.
Mm.
You had your time. So let us give him the respect that is due to him,
Yeah.
regardless if you like him or not. Give him the respect that is due to him as a leader, as
Yeah.
we would give to you. We need to stop this. And because we are doing this, it is easy for the United States or any other country to occupy us. Because at the end of the day, this is going in the line of occupation.
Occupation. Yeah. That is what they want. Occupation. Old colonial policies, as I said, these things we have to move away from that.
And
It's
we have
time.
to show them that we are together,
Exactly.
that we are not condoning this kind of behavior. That is a part of what is uncivilized.
Mm.
Let the world know that we are civilized. We had 400 years of slavery. We cannot in the 21st century come up and do these kind of things as an adult.
Mm.
As an adult,
Yeah.
you should be more responsible. Come on.
Yep.
Because right now we're facing what we're facing. We cannot even understand if our children has a future.
That's right. That's right. This is our future. The future of our children and our children is at stake. And I think we need to come out of this petty stuff with politics and insulting each other, because this is about the Caribbean, the future of the Caribbean. The future of the Caribbean. We are not accustomed to this kind of drama that we see taking place now that Trump has bring in our region. We're not accustomed to these things. We're not accustomed with our fishermen going out there and they're afraid if they will come back, if they will not come back. You know, and as I said in my earlier in video I did today, even Grenada now. I mean, look, this have happened in St. Vincent waters. St. Vincent is a stone throw away from us. Grenadian fishermen as well have to take caution.
But
We don't know.
you notice that that how systematic it is. First, the Cuban doctors, they want to get rid of all of them. If a
Yeah,
pandemic break out tomorrow, we dead.
we did.
We dead.
Exactly.
And
Yeah,
they know that.
yeah,
So this is for me well calculated. You getting rid of the doctors.
exactly. Okay, so
Now you getting rid of our fishermen.
we have someone
Do you
chiming in.
see where they are going?
Yeah. This is let's take a pause. We have someone that is logging in. Let's hear what the participant
Yes.
have to say. Yeah. Welcome, my dear brother.
How you doing?
Welcome, welcome. I'm doing fine.
Great. I gotten kind of late, but I pretty much know what you're talking about. The leaders down in the Caribbean, but
Yeah,
my take is this: is that the leaders down there, CARICOM, they have allowed United States to break them up because basically CARICOM is all busted up,
yeah,
and they would not stand together as they should. They just ran crazy because the United States decided that they're going to manhandle them, so to speak. And they got scared.
yeah,
My thing is this, is that it doesn't matter what, you should have some backbone. I know my sister, you're talking about some young leader there, but a leader is a leader, whether it be young or whether it be old, whether it be a young leader. Leader is a leader, good leader. A good leader would stand no matter what. You've been put in a position to have charge over your country. You are presenting your country. Okay, so I don't remember how many countries are in CARICOM, but there are quite a few. And if CARICOM should have stayed together, this would never have happened like it is, because all Trump is a bully. And you're supposed to stand it to, but yeah, United States is military powerful and all, but you stand. You should stand no matter what. That's my view on that. You should stand.
yeah,
They shouldn't just run scared or to be intimidated. You stand up to a bully, and they just run scared and just give up turning the white flag, and that's it. Every one of them are just giving up, and that's
yeah,
what he wants.
yeah.
I'm living in Texas.
Mm,
Okay, I live in Texas, but originally I'm from the islands. But
Then
and
you
it's
should come back home.
I am,
yeah,
I
yeah,
am, I
You
really
should
am.
come back home to
No,
the
no, no,
Caribbean.
but I am. This is my last year
I mean,
here.
come back home to live and forget about
No,
the
no,
United
no,
States.
but
It
that's
is not
no,
good for you.
but that's what I'm doing.
yes.
Good. I will help you.
No, but I'm serious. I'm serious. This is
Yeah.
my last year.
Mm,
I'm coming back there to live. Because what
Absolutely.
what I'm seeing is not good at all. I mean, and it's getting worse. It's getting worse here.
mm,
So I mean, it's getting worse. It's sad to see that CARICOM, they talk, the good talk, but you see that they just run scared, man. And my brother, I'm saying this to you. I've been watching you for a while. I congratulate you, man.
thank
You
you, thank
you
Thank
you.
you are
you.
one of the few.
Thank
You're a
you.
young man. You're a young man, and
Thank
I
you.
take my hat off to you. You're standing strong.
Yeah,
There's a couple more, but not too many are standing up like this kid. I don't. The thing about it is this: is that the Caucasian. I mean, okay, United States, England, France, Germany. They're all brothers and sisters. They're all brothers.
yeah,
They're all the same.
Yeah.
They're all the same, a bunch of colonizers.
Yeah.
Okay. And what they're doing, they're trying to come back to take back what they have given away.
Yes.
You know
Yes.
what I'm saying?
And
You
they
know
have made
what it
that
is
clear.
like?
They have made
You
that
know,
clear.
you know what you know what it's like? It's kind of like when the children of Israel, when Pharaoh freed the children of Israel, and then he went back for him. He realized, hey, listen, I made a big mistake, and I need to go and claim back my property. So they're looking at the fact that, hey, listen, the islands, the CARICOM, you know, they're all the African states are their property. So they're going back to take back their property. That's what it is.
Our ancestors worked for this. Our
Yes,
ancestors slaved for the Caribbean.
yes.
So ain't no person coming to take no Caribbean. They better be careful with that.
But
Trust me.
that's the idea. That's the
Yeah, that's it.
mentality.
I mean, Rubio have made it clear that they want to recolonize, and he was specific with the regions that they want to recolonize, the Africa, the Caribbean, and
Uh-huh.
Pacific Asia, and he called. I don't know if you saw that, my dear sister. He called on the European nations to help them, join them in
Yeah.
recolonizing Africa
It
and
will never happen.
you
He
know,
can have as many
yeah,
dreams as he wants. It will never, ever happen. So
yeah,
Rubio can get that out of his head.
yep,
Yeah, but check
We
this out.
Caribbean people will stand up against this if
I
our
hope they do.
leaders don't.
I hope they do. They support CARICOM is supposed to have some conference, I think, next week. And
yeah.
he's coming down there. He's supposed to
He's
be a guest
coming,
there.
yeah.
How crazy is that? How you could just invite yourself?
It's like no, it's like we don't we no longer can make decisions on our own. We can,
No,
because it's like you having meeting, you I gotta be there. I gotta be there.
No,
that's
but
right.
then,
You
but
know?
you have to stand up and say, no, this meeting is not about you.
Exactly. That is what
Well,
we
It is
want.
not about you. And if you
That is what we
continue
want.
like that, you should take up your embassy and go with it.
well,
Hmm.
you see, that's where the leaders come in because if the
Yeah.
leaders allow it to happen, it will happen. The leaders are not doing anything; they're just
We're just
sitting
sitting
back with their
back.
tail between their
You see,
legs, and they're
you
running
see,
scared.
the problem is we speak from emotion. These people, our leaders are dealing with diplomatic speeches. You see, they don't speak like you and me.
Mm.
Yeah,
They have a diplomatic code, how they speak. They were taught to speak to each
Yep.
other
yeah,
like that. You and
The
I
other part.
speak on emotions,
Yeah.
on what hurts our heart,
Mhm.
what affects us, what affects our children, what affects our country. And we need to change our mindset in thinking that we are from one island. The
Yeah.
entire Caribbean belong to
Yeah.
us.
yeah.
Yes.
So we are not from one
No,
island.
you said
This
it
No,
is our
very important.
territory.
Very
that's
important.
right.
We talk a lot about unity, and yes, I support unity with the Caribbean becoming as one. I mean, the reality is in the Caribbean we are not unified, and the same thing that my dear sister is saying is because of the mindset of us Caribbean people. We tend to believe
Absolutely.
that we in order for us to start getting results and pushing back against this, I say this wicked thing that we are up against, that Trump is trying to do to us, we have to start seeing each other as one, and that we are no man is an island to themselves.
That's
You
right.
know, and that is the
Absolutely.
that is the problem, and
We
that is what is causing division in the Caribbean. We
because we
we are
think that
we
you know
are
why?
an island. When you speak about Trinidad, oh, stay away from Trinidad business. Don't have nothing. Don't leave our
You
affairs alone.
understand?
We didn't talk about
Yeah,
Jamaica. Oh,
yeah,
we don't we distance ourselves. We don't stay away
That's
from
where the
Jamaica.
divide and rule
That
comes
is the
in.
kind of mentality that we are faced with, and
yeah,
I'm trying to help them to understand. Look, the affairs, whether it's Grenada, Trinidad, Jamaica, Saint Kitts and Nevis, it is it is not an island affair. It is a
It's
Caribbean
our
affair.
hmm,
territory.
It is
yeah,
our
yeah,
territory.
yeah,
And
yeah,
it's so true. I mean, it's so
yeah,
true. You
It
said
all, this is the thing. It all belongs to us.
yep.
yeah,
It
yeah.
doesn't matter if you're from Jamaica, Grenada, Barbados, Dominica, St. Lucia. This is
Yeah,
all our territory.
that's right.
So when I am
That's
in
right.
St. Vincent, that is
Yeah,
my home. When
yeah,
I am in Grenada, that is my home.
that's right.
Yeah.
When I'm
Yeah.
in Barbados, that is my
So
home.
Mm-hmm.
can we say change begins when we shift our thinking?
Our
We
mindset.
start to reform our
Yeah.
thinking towards each other.
Yeah.
You know, that is what we must first unite. I agree, but it starts here. How
Yeah.
we
Exactly.
how we think about each other,
Mm-hmm.
how we view each other, and we need to start de as how would say I would say de-associating ourselves. I know it's hard because
Mm-hmm.
when you're accustomed to something, it's really hard to
Yeah.
make a change. But this party and color and these things, we have to start
Yes,
coming
I
together
agree
for
with
one
you
common good and
Mm-hmm.
one common purpose.
because
This
that
has
was
nothing to do
injected into us.
into us.
Yeah.
This
That
is
it,
what we
This
yeah.
inherited
is
from the
this
colonizers, you know,
divide and rule is coming through
exactly,
political parties. How come we
exactly,
cannot have a coalition government,
Yeah.
a
exactly.
government
Yeah.
that
Why
represents
do you think?
everybody?
No, why do you
Yeah.
think they may say, "Oh, you're trying to promote what? What you're trying to promote socialism or communism?" But why do you think whenever a country try to have one leadership, right? Everyone going in the same direction.
Mm-hmm.
They are quick to come and mash it up. They are quick to come and say, "Oh, it's dictatorship," because they understand the power when people are moving together, when
Yeah.
people are speaking the same. When the leader says, "Okay, where do you think we should go? Which direction? North, south, east, west." Okay, everybody say we're going north. Let's go north. They don't like that. Why
Yeah.
do you think they got rid of Morris Bishop? They got rid
Yes.
of all these men that
Yeah.
had this style of leadership,
Mm-hmm.
And as
because they
we going
understand
forward, we
unity.
have to
Yeah,
take them out of our psyche.
yeah.
That stop focusing on them because we're wasting time
Mm-hmm.
and wasting our lives focusing on them. What Caribbean people in the diaspora need to do, huh? All of us
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
start buying
Now,
land, because
um,
when you buy land,
now someone is
when
saying
you
the easiest way to unify is start by merging ministries. Merge all
when you
ministries of health, all the ministries of education, and all the ministries of communications. Yeah.
when you buy land, you own the island. There is no more
Mhm.
land for anybody to buy
Mm-hmm.
because we buy
True.
it all.
Yeah.
True.
That's what we need to.
Yeah.
Every little piece, it doesn't matter how big it is, buy it.
Yep. Yep.
Invest in our own. So there's no land that belong to no crown. It belong to us. And
Yep.
we need to buy back our land. If we have to buy it back, buy it back.
Right.
Any
Yep.
little piece that you see you can afford, buy it.
Right. Now,
Buy
I want
it.
to tell I want to my viewers and more of you are joining. This is a panel discussion, so feel free to join us. If you the link is in the comment section. Feel free to join the conversation. Now, my dear brother, before you go, what are your
Yes.
thoughts about the whole Cuban medical program
Well,
and
you
what?
see,
Yeah.
that is something that I was about to talk about, because what is going on in Cuba is absolutely unacceptable. And my thing is that now you have the United Nations. As far as I'm concerned, they're just a joke, because they're not doing anything about that. Now they want to
They
just
can.
starve. They want to starve Cuba. They just want to put a rope around Cuba and just choke them. That is totally ridiculous. How could you, Cuba, have helped throughout the world when it
What the
was
world?
when
Yep.
when we had the COVID thing, and
Mm.
through the Caribbean, Cuba sent their medical personnel to help those countries, and now Cuba is in need. Those same countries that was in need at that time is turning their backs on Cuba. This is I mean, this is like coughing up mucus
Yeah.
and vomit
But,
and just throwing it at Cuba, just
but you
like
see
that.
the
These
you see
leaders in the Caribbean are jokes. They are jokes.
you see the
They are
setup,
jokes.
because Cuba has an embargo for more than 60 years.
Mm.
And they were surviving. They're surviving.
And
And
yes,
they
they survived, but nothing was coming in and nothing was going out. So you slowly break down the country like that all the time. But Cubans are strong. And what
yes.
is the beautiful thing of Cubans is that Fidel Castro educated all of them.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
when they
Yes.
think you are going to come in a socialist country with capitalism, the Cubans will fix you.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
They are well educated,
Yes. Yep.
all of them,
And
Yes.
this
every one of them.
this is the
So they are
same.
not going to tolerate you if you think Marco Rubio think you can easily come into Cuba and turn it into the whorehouse of the Caribbean as it was before.
Before Castro.
Yeah.
Yes,
Before Castro,
I
because
think it
what
was
happened, that's
the
why Castro took it
Bastille
over.
or something.
Yeah, because they were taking all of the wealth out of Cuba,
Yes,
bringing it here and,
and we do know
dispersing
who they
everywhere
are.
else. You see, and the Cuban people were not benefiting at all. You see,
Mm.
so he saw that that was just like what happened to the Caribbean. With the colonizers taking all of the industry money from the industries.
And if you even
And
notice, they are strategically dismantling
Yes,
the economy of the Caribbean when it comes to not just our fishery, but
yeah,
the health. They are attacking the
yeah,
health as well, even the
yeah,
education of our people.
yeah,
You know, so it's a strategical global plan in people talk about the one world order and all of these things, but it's a strategical global plan in
yeah,
asserting the dominance here in the Caribbean region.
yeah,
And as I told my viewers, when I do my videos, I tell people, in order for an empire, no, I don't have a problem with the empire of America. My problem is not with the nation of America. Okay, that's not my problem, because I mean, since the beginning of times there are empires. That's just
yeah.
how the world is. That's how it's
Mm-hmm.
structured. There are empires. And but it is about the issue here right now is with those who are managing, governing that empire. You have good people, like back in ancient times. You had good pharaohs and you had bad pharaohs,
Yeah.
right? So
Yes.
we
mm,
are we are dealing with a bad pharaoh right now. That is the issue
Yeah.
right here.
Yeah.
And it's really sad to see how Cuba and how Cuba has been there for the world. you know
Yes.
they're
Yeah.
there for the world. And
Mm-hmm.
now you have this bad pharaoh that is
Mm-hmm.
choking Cuba,
Yeah.
literally squeezing the life out of them.
Mm-hmm.
And we just oh,
Allowing
we
it to
just stand
happen.
aside and watching Cuba,
Uh,
you
yeah.
know
but my brother,
suffer.
they you can't use the word Farah because Pharaohs were scientists who were highly intelligent people. These are little mongrel dogs that run in America.
Oh,
It's check the IQ. The IQ is not that much, man. Right,
I'm
illiterate.
telling you, I'm happy I got you laughing.
I mean, it's the
But
truth.
you
It's the
know,
truth now because we talk about it here. I mean, you talk about like a fourth grader
no,
doesn't have
no,
nothing.
because
You know.
terrorists are, these are very highly intelligent people. We can't call them fearless. No,
Yeah.
Stefan, we can't do that
Yeah.
because we don't have no bad fearers. Everything the fearers did was correct.
Yeah. Well, that's sad. It's sad what's
I
happening
am
to
telling
Cuba
you.
though. It's sad. It's sad. And the
And
community, the CARICOM community need to stand with Cuba as Cuba stood with them. And they
but
need to do
suppose
that. Stop,
suppose a pandemic
saying
breaks
the
out.
nonsense that they're saying and not just lip talk and that's about it. They need to stand with Cuba. They need to
yeah,
stand with Cuba. And because Cuba need their help real
yeah,
bad. They need their help now.
yeah,
Don't just desert
And
Cuba
why
now in the
is it?
time of need. You
If
know,
anything
and then
happened,
because you look at
sorry,
because I've never forget there was this girl. She was from Grenada. I met a good few years ago. I was living in Florida at that time, and she was studying to be a nurse,
mm,
and she was going to go to Cuba to study for to do her nursing, but she said the only reason why she was unable to go because she had a kid, and they would not allow her to bring the kid with her. The only place that allow her was here to United States. That's why she was there. But she said if she had it, if Cuba would allow her to have her kid with her, she would have done her nursing in Cuba. That was quite some years ago,
Oh,
but that goes to show, the medical standard in Cuba is the highest in the world, the highest, some of the
yeah.
highest in
I
So
the
mean,
world.
so we have to beat the system. And therefore, why are we not giving the Cuban doctors and nurses
I
our
was
passport?
I was about to bring this up. You know,
Yes,
I think
give
that's the
them
best.
our
I think that's the
passport.
best time right now to give them citizenship. You
Yes,
know,
Yeah,
give them just simply give them
absolutely.
citizenship, and once they are a citizen, then Trump cannot kick them out. You know,
yeah,
but
And the next thing,
I guess maybe that this and all of this as well. Trump and his administration is threatening them. You give them citizenship, look what we will do. You know,
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah,
exactly.
That's just my opinion, right? I might be
yeah.
wrong.
And when they
Well,
want to
he's pretty
stop
much
the
doing whatever
CPI
he feels he
passport,
could. He it's like this. He thinks that he could do whatever he wants to do, and there's no one to stop him from doing it. That's what happens. You
Hmm.
see,
but what
that's
if
him.
they
He
stop
think that he's
the
God, and he has the last say, and that's
if
it. So that's why he's
Yeah.
doing what he's doing, and but it's a
if they
sad thing.
stop the
It's a sad
passport,
thing. Anyhow,
stop
guys,
us from
listen,
selling our
continue, Mr.
passport.
Ambassador, to do your great work.
Thank
I'm
you.
encouraging you, don't don't stop. Don't
Yeah.
bite your tongue.
Yeah.
Don't,
He
not
is
for nobody,
fantastic.
man. For nobody. You
Thank you.
He
continue to
is
speak your
fantastic. He's
mind,
our
speak it
boy. He's
straight. You know what I'm
fantastic.
saying? And tell it like it is. Don't
Yes.
care about who
Absolutely.
comment on you and haters and all that. Just forget about them. Just do the job that you know you're supposed to do. You're doing a great work. And you, like I
Absolutely.
say, you're about there's some other guy, but to me, you're like the number one guy that I listen to
Well,
because I like you.
I
Absolutely.
will recommend that you listen to Ernest Cook. I don't know if you are familiar with him. He's out of he does similar things like, well, he's one of those workers out there as well, bringing
Okay.
awareness, and
Yes, he's very good.
he goes much more deeper than I only bring
Yes.
awareness, I highlight, but he goes
Right.
really deep. And
Okay.
you
Yeah,
can
he
search him
does
up
that.
Ernesto Cook, okay? Ernesto
Ernest
Cook,
the Cook.
yeah,
Okay.
Ernesto,
Okay. Ernest
right?
the Cook.
Cook,
Yeah.
yes, and
Okay.
you can subscribe to his channel. So thank you,
Sure.
my brother. It's a pleasure having you.
Same here, man.
All
All right,
right,
sis.
take care.
Take care.
Yeah,
Wow, that was fabulous. Where that
yes,
guy
yes.
is from again? Texas?
Texas, yeah, he said it was Texas.
Wow.
So yeah,
You see, people want to leave America. You hear what he said? He wants to come home.
yep,
And
yep,
I'm sure a lot of people now, when they realize that they've been living in America all the time, but they're not appreciated, they can be sent out anytime. They want to come home.
yep.
And
Well,
we should welcome them
guys,
because
we are,
they come in with knowledge too.
true. That's true. That's true. We can.
You know what I mean?
Yep, yep.
But
So
we
true.
have to start changing, just like you say, Stefan. We have to start changing how we think.
Yeah.
We have been
See,
taught to think in a certain kind of way that is destructive
and people are
to
asking the question.
our being.
A subscriber of mine asked me the question, with all what is going on, what this means for the Caribbean region. And I think that's the best time to say we need to shift our thinking. And I mean,
Absolutely.
those of you who are watching tonight, whichever part of the world that you're looking from, if you don't remember anything that we discuss here, go with this. If we want to start to see change in our region, we need to start shifting our thinking. All right. Probably I should have entitled the live like this, shifting our thinking. Because I this is where
That's for the next one.
change begins with the thoughts. With the thoughts. Now we have well, time is already up. I keep this live only 1 hour. We have only 20 minutes remaining. So those of you who wants to call in, the number is on your screen. Okay, or if you want to join the platform, the platform, the panel discussion, like how our dear brother did, you have I sent the link in the comment section below. Yep. So
So
yeah,
we
go ahead.
saw one brother, but you know how many people are preparing to leave the United States and come back home?
Yep. Mhm.
You understand? And that is good. That is good because a country needs to be populated, not all the whole population
Uh,
somewhere else.
Somebody's
But
asking why wasn't Cuba allowed in CARICOM? Cuba is the largest island in the entire Caribbean and smack dab in the middle of the Caribbean.
yeah, because of sanctions. Because here's how these sanctions work. If we have something to do with, seriously to do with Cuba, we will get sanctions.
Yeah.
That's how they're working this little dirty trick called sanctions. So if you disagree with them, oh, we put sanctions on you. We will close every door for you. We will do this and that for you, so you cannot move.
Yeah.
But sometimes you have to challenge that.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? But the position that we are in, we owe these people billions of dollars. And
So
they are playing on that.
So is either you comply or face sanctions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In that, I would say, well, I'm not paying you back. Sorry. Because I think one time Brazil did that some years back.
No, let's go down to I just a few hours ago before we started this live, I saw an article. Not too sure how accurate it is, but I just want us to go down to Venezuela for a while. Delcy Rodriguez is now asking the Cubans to leave Venezuela because she is stating, or she's citing, they are under heavy US pressure. I to be quite honest with you,
that's something.
if you
Wow.
have noticed, I have not. I have ceased a little bit talking about Venezuela because I recognize Venezuela is a very complicated thing right now. A lot of people down there, people, even Delcy. I don't trust Delcy. I don't trust Delcy. I think a lot
But
of
how did she do that?
a lot of the authorities in Venezuela had betrayed Maduro. I think that they are accepting bribes, they are accepting favors, and it's really complicated with Venezuela right now. You don't know who to
Can
be.
you imagine that human beings come down to that level where you have to accept bribes in order to survive? Then you're not human anymore because you're not living as human.
But I mean, okay, I could understand. Okay, the Americans are coming in. You may, right, you have some form of maybe stability, as they say. Things are a little bit better. I don't know, but I mean the Cubans, man. I mean you could at least fight for the Cubans because they are the ones that have been there with you. So
Imagine if they send a virus right now in the Caribbean, which they most probably plan to do. That's why they want to get rid of the doctors and nurses.
But
most of the population will die out.
That's the question. Will they give us an alternative to replacing those doctors?
That's where we should stand up and say, we don't need your alternatives. We already have doctors there, and we're not sending them nowhere. I'm sorry.
You know what I think the alternatives are? The alternatives is not like how the Cubans, they come, they live among the people, they are in the hospital 24/7 when you need them. It's not like that. I think the alternative is that America wants to they might send people on a ship maybe twice a year to see about, attend to a certain amount of people, and then they go back. That's the alternative they are talking about,
So you see how they are treating us?
Yeah.
You see how they are treating us? This happened before, huh? Long time ago, they would send a ship and people would get medicine and so.
Mm-hmm.
And now we gone back now. No, you can't. No, you have to stand up to this man. You must have some form of principle.
Yeah.
This threat, and I think this is what is hanging over all the leaders' heads. The threat that America, that Trump is given to the Caribbean islands.
True.
You do as I
Threat.
say, or I
Yeah.
will sanction you.
Yeah. That's what they are afraid of.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we have to stay close to our leaders still,
Yeah.
because they speak in a diplomatic language, but we seeing with our own eyes how that is manifesting itself.
Do you know, my dear sister, I have been, I don't really, I try not to give them attention, but I have been heavily criticized, and there are certain group of people here that are coming under my comments and saying that I am an extremist socialist, and
Them
they
is
are
the
saying,
spies that they send into Grenada.
they
And
are well known
wherever they
figures.
are.
They have platforms like themselves, but whenever you criticize the foreign policy of America, they call you a socialist. They call you an extremist.
But
You
what's
are a
wrong with the
leftist.
socialists? I like socialism. What's wrong with the socialists? Why
Exactly.
can you not decide as a human being where you stand with your
Exactly.
political views?
Nothing is wrong with
Why?
socialism. What's wrong with socialism?
Exactly. What's wrong with it?
Hmm?
Nothing is wrong with it. It's just that you want to live in a different way than people in other countries.
There is good socialism and there is bad socialism. There is good democracy and there is bad democracy. There is good democracy where everyone have a fair share of the pie. Everyone, they prosper together, and there is bad democracy where only a certain amount of people that have a fair share of the pie and get rich, and the poor get poor.
And this is how they design it. They never design anything. And you said it some time ago. You said, how is it that we are developing and developing, nothing is developed?
Nothing is developed. Nothing.
Huh? So we are not supposed, this is just a joke. And you know why?
And that's
Because
the question.
we-
The day since these people introduced democracy to us, where have we progressed from? How we 52 years from now, okay, or not from now, but since after the revolution to this point, have we developed? Can we look back and say we are proud that we are manufacturing this? We are proud that this Grenada's stamp is on this? I don't think so.
I think our ancestors are rolling in their grave
Yep.
to understand that we have 400 years of slavery, oppression, rape, all these things that you see happening now it has been instilled and passed on from generation to generation. Yeah, I understand. We are in serious trouble.
Yep.
And we don't have time to be, going after each other's neck with all this hate and hate. When you create a hate platform, it is going to produce more hate.
Yep. True.
You know what I mean? I see most of these platforms are spilling hate.
Mm.
So I join no force and I join no people against our leaders in the Caribbean, because I know that their backs is against the wall.
Wow. Yeah.
It's almost like they have a gun in the front of their forehead telling you either do as I say or else.
That's it. That's
This is how our leaders, this is what's happening.
Mhm.
So there's no need and there's no space to create no hate platforms, because when you do that, you play right into the hands of the demon.
Yeah.
And he's going
True.
to use you,
True.
because he doesn't care nothing about you. Imagine they throw a virus on us now, and we have no doctors, we have no nurses. The few doctors and nurses we have, we will all die.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And we have to now tolerate a man who is doing this to us.
Hmm.
And then we want to go now against our leaders. They're back against the wall. They can't move. So there's no need for us to create no hate platforms. We have to start thinking sensible.
Yeah.
Start doing things for ourselves. We had this conversation before.
Yeah.
Start to do things for yourself. Bring out your creative mind. Stop thinking that a government is going to place money in your hands. It doesn't happen nowhere in the world, and it is not going to happen to us. We have to start looking for ourselves. Start feeding ourselves.
Yeah.
Stop depending on other people to feed us, because they can pull back their hands and you will starve if you depend on somebody to feed you.
So true. So true. That's it.
You know, or put money in your pocket. You can create money out of thin air. Trust me, you can.
That's right. Yep.
You can. You wake up in the morning, watch it, and you don't have nothing. You don't have no money to think. And you go outside and some creativity hit you because you have to feed your children.
Yeah.
And you go back inside and roll up some buns or something in your oven, and you go out there and you sell them and you make your money to buy food and send your children to school. You have to learn how to exist without the capitalist system.
Yeah.
Because this you see what capitalism does? They just walk in your country and take it over.
And they take it over. Exactly.
And you have nothing to say. You become the dog. I mean, look how,
right.
but I want to go back on this little story here about St. Vincent, because I saw a video where the wife of the man that they murdered in the sea, the wife say, no, my husband is no drug, nothing. We are fisher people. And these guys make money with their fishing, and they buy strong engines for their boats. Because that water out there in the deep is tough. So you need a strong engine. And all of a sudden you think, and one guy in Antigua, a man said, can you imagine that we as Caribbean men who are fishermen now come down to the idea that we are drug dealers? He was shocked.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. They don't look at our leaders like they look at the leader of Holland or Sweden.
Nope.
They look at us like they're just little black boys. We can we can do what we want with them. They're babies.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
This is so sad. It is so sad, but we have to stay close to our leaders. And the beautiful thing about you is that you touch everybody. When something happened in Trinidad, you touch that. Something happened in Barbados, you touch that. You let people know what is going on, because that is what keeps people going.
Yeah.
You know, when you know what is going on, like you know what is going on, so you're not going to take your boat and go from St. Vincent to Grenada because you will get shot out of the water. You have to know that.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So when are they going to shoot the Osprey out of the water? When?
When you never know. We might wake up one morning and we hear news
when?
that the Ospreys.
Imagine that.
And then a whole pile of drug cocaine wash ashore.
I swear to God, if they ever do that in Grenada, them fellas can take that cocaine, you hear me?
Exactly.
And they're going to blow and sell it.
Well, my sister, time is up. It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure. We will try to be back as long as life permits us to. God permits us to be back.
Absolutely.
And I want to thank I want to thank the brother who have chimed in. Thank you for sharing your perspective. Thank you to my listeners. Thank you, Digital Island Boy, for your comments. Thank you so much. God bless you guys. Until then, see you next time.
Bless you too, Stephen.